going on there, YouTube? Loot back with another video. Aw, shit. I just dropped something. So, I'm on my YouTube vacation right now, and I got really bored. So, I've been working on something. Some of you guys remember this thing has been on my shelf for months. My brother brought it back when he went on his trip to Washington back in February, and it was a Hannah box clone, I believe. It was a Hannah box clone, and the DNA 30 chip on it was burnt out or something. I don't know. We couldn't get it to start up. And then I took it apart and I broke the chip, and it's bad things. So I wired the box directly to the button so that you could just push the button and fire it, and it would work more like a mechanical mod than a DNA mod. And then the button melted and it was on just auto firing, so I gutted the entire thing, and it sat on my shelf for a couple of months. And I thought, let's work on it. So let me show you guys what I've been doing. So it doesn't look like much. Pull that thing out of there. It doesn't look like much. The battery sled is still in there. This window is missing. All of the epoxy and hot glue and stuff is out of there. And I've made this hole bigger. Now, the reason why I did that is so that I can put a button in there, a mechanical switch, because this original hole right here is just way too close to this 510 connector, and I honestly need the space to move a button, which I dropped a piece in there somewhere. I put stuff in there that's important, and it's missing, but let me show you the button, the actual button piece. So this is the piece that I turned in, or I'm turning into my button. The negative contact will be soldered through a wire to this guy, and there's a magnet on the end. And what I'm hoping is going to happen is that I'm going to use this magnet to repel against another magnet that I'm going to stick inside of this guy, and it'll work like a spring because I don't have a spring that'll fit around this tube. And then the other piece that I'm missing is a plastic tube that'll fit in here. Then it'll act like an insulator so that the negative contact isn't always firing the 510 connector. Once I figured out how to get it all put together and get all the stuff glued down and epoxy down and all that stuff, I'm going to sand the outside of this thing and repaint it. And I'm also going to try to fill this with epoxy and fill that with epoxy, and just anywhere where there's a hole that there doesn't need to be a hole. Except for maybe that guy. Maybe I'll leave that one there for like battery venting or something. But like that guy, I'm gonna fill them up with epoxy and sand them down and make it a smoother box. And hopefully it works. It'll be really cool to see how it goes. This is just like an update. I'm gonna be making another video after I start to put some more work into it. But that's where we're at right now with the box. I'm also going to do some magnetic hinges, or magnetic, magnets for the door, so that I don't have to fiddle around with screws and stuff, because I'm actually missing a screw for it anyway. So, alright, that's it. I'm going to come back later with another update on this guy.